things kind of just materialize out of my head. I daydream a lot, and sometimes when I daydream about something, I actually get like a really good idea. So in a way, it's bad for school because I can't focus, but also it's good for drawing because then I think of something and I'm like, okay, when I get out of class, I'm gonna draw that. So I do that. My ideal setting is just sitting on my bed, just drawing whatever. But otherwise, yeah, it's just lay on bed, use the iPad. I have a pen for the iPad too, but I barely use it because I like using my finger. Which again, that makes me the madman because no one does that. No one uses their finger to draw. It's a fact. Since I was a kid, like a little kid, I was drawing in little sketch pads, just like doodling random stuff. I had like little notebooks where I would draw things. And it started to pick up a lot in middle school, and I would kind of get in trouble for drawing on things that I shouldn't be. It occurred to me eventually that I had been diagnosed with ADHD, and that was a main thing I would do is just draw on everything while I'm distracted. And then it eventually kind of evolved into like an actual interest in like an art career. And my dad is an artist. He does a lot of paintings, but he's more of an observer. He just draws from what he sees. Then he's always expressed how he's kind of jealous because I can imagine things, and he's like, how do you do that? But he's jealous in like a nice way. Like I'm proud of you, but also how do you do that? It's just like I don't know. I can just do that. I can just materialize things. It reminds me of this theory that I heard about online. Well, not theory, but like a thing where like you try to imagine an apple in your head, and there's like a scale of things that you can imagine. You can imagine something, a realistic apple, or you can't imagine anything at all. I forgot what it's called, but it's like, I guess some people just can't imagine things as well as others. Well, yeah, if I'm like bored or like I'm not in a particularly amazing mood, I can sometimes draw and like get that out of my system. It's not usually based on like anything particular that may have happened. It's just draw a random thing and I'm happy again. I don't do a lot of like symbolism or like things that are like that mean something. Most of the time, it's just I'm very tune-brained. I can only think about the last cartoon I watched, and that's my inspiration for things. It can be a skill and a craft and a fun. It can be all three of those. Obviously artists don't get enough respect for it to be considered a craft or a skill, but I think it should, actually. The current art culture is driven by the internet right now. I kind of fit into that a lot, and there is definitely a huge gap between my generation and the previous generation. We are straight up an entirely different thing. We draw entirely different things. This current age, the flourishing and drawing fan art of things are just like detailed digital drawings. But now the newer generation is going to have AI generated artwork, which I am very conflicted about, or just rather I don't like, because I would rather there be art made by actual human hands, because it just makes it feel more like art. So it's bad. And then a lot of actual industry people are saying it's getting bad, and it's all getting bad. So there goes the industry I want it to be in. I don't have a big following right now, but the people I've seen it like it a fair amount, and that's good enough for me for now. On the internet, yeah, there can be negativity. I've found a couple, your art sucks. And I'm like, well, I have to just accept that. I know I'm not the best. I know I am very slow at learning, but I kind of power through it. I understand that my art isn't for everyone, but you shouldn't make art online just to please people. I make art because it's fun. So, yeah.